and we'll give them this amount. But I'm telling you, at that time, yeah, we didn't have that money in our pockets. I'm not gonna lie. I know they say that, you know what, yeah. Sometimes it's the business side of things. You know, you have to show your crutch powers at some point.
I
You
like
know,
that,
so
crutch powers.
and that's what the ladies say that most of the time. They say when a man wants to show his crutch powers, I like him to show his crutch powers. You know, so yeah, we had to flex a bit of muscle and yeah.
Hello sports lovers, welcome to Met Sports TV. In today's episode, we are having a part 2 with former world champion Isaac the Royal Storm Dogboe. Before we get into it, kindly subscribe to the channel, adhere to all COVID-19 protocols, and also keep safe. Isaac, welcome once again.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, why the name Royal Storm?
The name Royal Storm. Well, the first of the name it speaks for itself. Secondly, Storm. You know, some say a storm either comes to destroy, or it comes to wash. You know, the things that has been broken. It comes to, you know, wash it to the shore. You know, and when a storm comes, nobody sees it. It just happens, just like that. You know, so the Royal Storm was, you know, with our royal heritage and, you know, the uncertainty, or if I should put it, not uncertainty, but with how God has already planned everything. You know, you are just, you know, laying low, and all of a sudden, boom, that's how you hit the world.
Okay, Kingdom. Where exactly in Ghana were you staying?
Well, I grew up in Kumasi, Kote de Diako, in Ashanti region. That was where I was raised. I lived there till about probably 10 or 11. You know, I schooled there for some time. You know, and prior to that, I was in the village where my grandparents were farming. I think what was that? I think it was Pristia or Bogoso, one of them.
One of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
or even I don't know if they're all the same, but yeah, it's been a while since
They're
I've
all
been
in
there.
the western region.
Okay, so that was where they were farming at. So that was, you know, grew up there as well, and then I came to Kumasi, you know, and then from there, I think about 10 or 11 years old, I came to Accra. Yeah.
You were very close with your grandfather. How did his demise affect you?
Yeah, it really hit me hard because, you know, it was one of those things. I just had this feeling of regret at some point, you know, because I remember I was in Ghana, and then I didn't get a chance to go see them, you know, you know, I was supposed to go see them. And then it was just one of those things where, you know, that my time kind of like it ran out. So the day I was leaving, I called them. I think the day before I was leaving, I called them to apologize and everything. And I remember the words that they said to me was, "Am I waiting for them to pass away before I come to their funeral?" You know, for some reason, as soon as he said that, I just felt some chills go through my body, and I just knew that, you know what, maybe that may be the last time I was talking to him, or not, you know, I might not be able to see him again before he leaves. And true, you know, it came to pass. I was in America, actually preparing for a fight, and I think 2 weeks before the fight, I received a phone call, and then they said that, yeah, Grandpa is gone. And I was actually on the road. I was going for a run. I woke up early morning, you know, did my road runs, and a phone call came. And yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know what. It's crazy. It's crazy, but
I understand. I've been in your shoes before, so I understand. So now, What's your view on the Ghanaian boxing brand?
There are a lot of talents in Ghana. Um, I just think we can do more. And I also believe that it is picking up. People are leveling up, and it's about time we all level up at some point. You know, people are now beginning to understand the sport a little bit better, and the best we can do is support it and try and put it in a place where people will not look down boxing. They will enjoy that discipline, and just view it as a sport that can be enjoyed by people of all classes. Because I believe that it's not a tough man's sport, it's a disciplined sport. It's a sport where people have to be disciplined, and discipline goes hand in hand with the sport. And I believe that it's one of those things where people have to really we have to tune the minds of the people to accept it.
Okay. You were a delegate in the just ended GBA elections. You did not show up.
Because I had other plans. I remember a gentleman called me, and at the time I had just come from America. So my team had already made appointments for me, and I was in Kumasi at the time.
Yeah.
I went to visit the grandfather of the Ashanti region, Otunfo himself. I went to visit him. So that was the reason why I wasn't able to be. The reason why I wasn't at the voting ceremony.
Have you gotten the chance to speak to the newly elected president?
No, we haven't. My team is working on it.
Okay. Now let's now enter into your side of boxing. As an amateur fighter, did you try getting onto Team GB?
At some point, I was in line to be on a team because I was going through the process. I remember winning the
ABS.
national tournament. I received a letter to be on the squad. So we're always going for squad training and stuff. And so they were actually looking at me. They said to me that I should just keep on improving, and as time goes on, I'll get a chance to be competing internationally amongst other people. But then, Olympics 2012 was just around the corner. God being so great, we got a phone call to come to Ghana to do a Justify Your Inclusion, and I came to Ghana. It was tough in a way, but with determination and with God's special grace, I made a team and went to Morocco for the Justify Your Inclusions, and I qualified.
How does it feel, well, knowing someone you've worked with achieving this height?
Look, my hats. I give my hats off to Coach Asari. He's done great.
Yeah.
When I was there were limited resources, but he did the best that he could. He's somebody that really needs to be praised, and not just praise with your mouth per se. He needs to feel comfortable.
Cash.
You get what I'm trying to say? He needs to be comfortable because he's done a great job.
Yeah.
He's done a great job, and he's a very humble man. He's somebody that I believe that he's always willing to learn, always willing to listen to people. He's always, he gives it his all. He gives it his best, and I believe that this achievement is a lifetime achievement and something that he should be very, very proud of, and the whole country should be very, very, extremely proud of him, an athlete and somewhat touchy, because almost 30 years, 29 years, no medal. At the pinnacle of the sports. That's the Olympic Games for any amateur athlete. It's a great achievement, and they should be proud of it. And with that being said, they shouldn't relax. It's not. The work is not over. there's still a lot more that can be achieved.
Kudos to Coach Asari and Samuel Techi and all the Black Bombers.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I met Techi in person. He was about to spar Alfred Lamte. And before he was entering, I was videoing and I was like, I'm the ring warrior and I'm the best. I'm the best and I know it, I'm the best. I was like, which kid is this? Would he just go and spar? Let me watch his sparring. But after the sparring, it came to me that I told you I'm the best. I'm beating Alfred Lamte. And he actually gave Alfred Lamte a hell of his money because Alfred Lamte is one of the best featherweights in the country. He's the, I think, the West African champion. So giving him that quality of weight, and before he entered the ring and after after the sparring, he came to me and I told you I'm the best. I was like, wow, this guy would go.
I love his confidence. He's got
Yeah,
good confidence.
his confidence
and he's got good charisma. You know, I believe that you need that in boxing.
Yeah.
You really do. And like I said, man, that's a great achievement. And he should be. They should all be proud. They should all be proud of him, and he should be proud of himself because he's achieved something really, really great.
You came to Ghana after making your professional debuts to fight in Ghana, and one fight that really caught my attention, though I wasn't at the event, was the George Crapper fight. The George Crapper fight. That time George Crapper was highly rated in Ghana. How was the whole atmosphere like?
I mean, look, there are levels to this, and I don't say that to be arrogant. You must believe that you are the best. You must believe that you stand out from the rest. And I believe that. And I've always, every time I stepped in the ring, I've never stood in the ring or walked up to the ring and felt that, no, I'm going to lose this fight. That's never in my mind. Every time I'm going there to win. And it's a win for me. It's either I win by points or I'm going to knock you out. And God has been, very, very fundamental. You know, he's been with me every step of the way. And I've always, I always accredit my victories to God because I believe that he's the one that makes everything possible. Just Crumpo at the time, he was like a boogeyman. You know, everybody was scared to fight him, so they were saying but just Crumpo was tough. He was gonna stop me. He was gonna knock me out. I'm too young. I'm not experienced, and so many things. But you know what? What God has said about you, no one can say anything else. Yeah, I was destined for greatness, and that's how I've always seen myself. Regardless of whoever they put in front of me, I knew that I was always going to come back on top. And it was a great fight. I enjoyed that fight. Hats off to George Crumpo. He came out and he did his best, but I was the better man on the night.
Okay. Now, you made your debut at featherweight. What made you drop to super bantam?
Well, when the opportunity came for me to fight for, the
world title?
Yeah, not even, to fight towards the world title. It was more or less like during the elimination process, there was a vacancy. So, we took the opportunity and we said, okay, we'll go for it. So we went to New Zealand and we fought against the Latino champion. And I stopped him, I think around 6 or 7. And, God being so great, that propelled me to a higher standings in the rankings, in the world rankings of the WBO. And then, the rest of them were still higher, so I still had to build my way back up to the world champion. And when that happened, I actually went on a cruise for the WBO convention to lobby for the fight, because at the time, apparently the champion was injured. And so it was left with the mandatory contender, and number 1 contender, number 2, number 3, and I think I was number 4. Yeah, so when the champion was injured, they said, well, okay, there's an interim title vacant, so let's fight, So I went there in person, And I told the WBO board, the WBO president, and their organization, and the people at the head table. I said to them, I argued out my case. I said to them, now look, a champion is injured. Number one, the mandatory contender is there, but I'm number 4 contender, and I am here in person. Number 1, 2, and 3 are not here in person, but the representatives are here. But I am the fighter, and I've come here. So, number 2 does not want to fight. Number 1 doesn't want to fight. I'm number 4. I think I was number 4 or number 3. I'll be more than happy to fight the mandatory challenger, and then the winner can fight the champion.
Who was the mandatory challenger then?
Cesar Juarez.
Cesar Juarez.
He was a mandatory challenger. And then they didn't have nothing else to say but to award me the fight. So we had to bid. You know, they wanted the fight to be in Mexico, and God being so great, we had a little someone, you know.
We'll get to that.
Hello, somebody, you know, tipped us off and said, you know, whatever you do, don't have the fight in Mexico. You know, so God being so great, we told them, they gave us an offer, and we countered their offer.
So went to press bid?
Not really. So we kept on countering. You know, they'll come out with a different offer, and we say, okay, and we'll give them this amount. But I'm telling you, at that time, yeah, we didn't have that money in our pockets. I'm not gonna lie. I know they say that, you know what, yeah. Sometimes it's the business side of things. You know, you have to show your crutch powers at some point.
I like that, crutch powers.
And that's what the ladies say that most of the time. They say when a man wants to show his crutch powers, I like him to show his crutch powers. You know, so yeah, we had to flex a bit of muscle, and yeah, we got the final offer, and they said they agreed to fight in Ghana, and with that, you know, upon them agreeing, the WBO had to hold in trust the money. You know, and so at the time, you know, the team had to really move fast on their team. But God being so great, there was someone there. He had already planted people there, you know, to help us.
Was that someone, Mr. Chu?
No. There was a gentleman who actually, you know, stepped up to the plate and said, you know what, we believe in you. We believe that this fight will do good for Ghana, and we have a good feeling about this fight. And the fight came to Ghana, and yeah, we stopped Cesar Juarez, and boom, I was the interim world champion. And a few months down the line, I was going to fight the world champion. The world champion.
That was Jesse.
Yep.
But so, how much did the WBO hold in trust?
117,000 USD.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money. An amount we found to the person who financed that particular bout.
Yeah.
But there was delay in payment. That was in the news.
Yeah, it was in the news. But like I said, I've always been a sort of person where everything needs to be dealt inwardly and in-house. So that is a place where I don't think this is the right platform to discuss that issue. With that being said, yes, over the years that we have operated here in Ghana, we never made no profits here in Ghana. I've literally fought for free in Ghana, you know, whilst everybody else around me had, you know,
got paid.
Had gotten paid. Most of the people involved in the show had gotten paid. But like I said, you know, that side of the boxing business stays outside from this platform.
Okay, I'll come to that and Africa. I want to talk about that and African Rise promotion later. So in preparing for the Jesse fight, we heard there were reports of challenging in making weights.
On whose side?
Your side.
I don't know I don't know where you got that information from, because I was
No,
under the
you
weight.
made the weight, but before that, like, it was difficult making the super bantamweight limit.
Well, your body is growing all the time. Like I said, when it comes to my side of the bargain, I'm always on point. I'm always disciplined. You're never gonna catch me that coming overweight. I've always been on point. Nobody has had an issue. I've never had to go naked on the scales. You know, it hasn't happened yet, and I pray to God it doesn't ever happen in my career. I've always been disciplined, and and it's always been great. You know, now I have a great team behind me. Obviously, there are challenges because the weight was very small.
Yeah.
You know, there are challenges that comes with it because the super bantamweight limit was, you know, very slim. You have a low space, but you know, I made it. I felt good, but afterwards, it was time for me to move up. It didn't happen so. And you know, like I said, our bodies are constantly growing, and we are always constantly changing. So at some point, I was starting to feel those challenges.
Okay. So, with the Jackson Magdaleno fight, you happen to have signed with Top Rank?
It was after.
It was after when
Yeah.
you signed with Top Rank.
Yeah.
Did they offer you Oscar Valdez as part of the deal?
No.
They did not offer you Oscar Valdez because there have been rumors that you may have to fight Oscar at a point of time.
You have to tell me where you're getting your information from.
I can't tell you
because most of the times none of these things occurred. Oscar Valdez has never been part of my contract. There was a time where I wanted to fight Oscar Valdez when I was in the featherweight division, when I won the African title, and I kept on and I was moving up the ranks. You know, he was a champion in that division, in the featherweight division. However, you know, with all of our efforts, we didn't get that fight. So when opportunity came for me to move down to the super bantamweight division, that was a 122 pounds limit. You know, we grabbed the opportunity, and then we just went on from there. So Oscar Valdez has never been part of the bargain.
Okay. I asked because both of you are signed to Top Rank. That's why, because you wanted to fight him, and there were reports that he may like to fight you at a point in time.
Well, the fight never came to fruition. Yeah.
Okay. After you became champion, Navarrete, was he your mandatory or not?
At the time he wasn't.
Yeah.
At the time, I don't think he was my mandatory. However, I think we did not go exceed the contracted time frame for me to fight my mandatory. So he came in as an opponent.
As an opponent.
Never rejected no fight. Every fight that has been put before me, I've always said yes. I've always been a yes man. And never, oh, let us fight someone different. I've never overlooked no opponent. And maybe, you know, that has been one of my greatest strengths and my greatest weaknesses, having the ability to say no. Because I've always, any challenge they put before me, I've always gone for yes. Because I believe that with greater challenges comes greater rewards. That's why I've always fought anybody that they put in front of me.
With the benefit of hindsight, would you have said that since Navarrete wasn't your mandatory, you would have sidestepped him and fought another?
I wanted to fight the best out there. You know, my whole career, I've never fought anyone that I felt that, you know, he wasn't up to par. You know, I've always fought people that I felt that it was going to be a challenging fight. You know, that's why, though I lost that fight, I lost to Navarrete twice. Already, the name Isaac Dogboe was still a name in the field of boxing. I was still rated highly.
Yes.
Because of my opponent, the caliber of opponents that I had fought previously.
Okay. You are currently ranked, I think, number 10 on the WBC. So would you like to fight any of the people ranked ahead of you from 9 to 1?
I'm in the world title contention, ranks right now. I could fight for world title. I can fight for world title anytime at this point on. And it's one of those things where right now, with my new team and everything that's going on, we are moving, strategically. We are not in any rush. We have nothing to prove to nobody, but to gradually make progress and make progress until we get there. Like I said, we are not in any rush. All we need to do is make sure that every fight right now is very important, and every fight right now requires effective preparation.
With effective preparation, what are your greatest strength and your greatest weakness as a boxer?
My greatest strengths, I have many. My weaknesses, I'm not too sure. Maybe people around me may know my weaknesses, but for me, I believe that we have everything covered.
Okay, would you say you have a stamina and defensive issue?
I wouldn't say that. I believe that every fight possesses its challenges, and it's about and we always find ways and means. We adapt to every situation.
Okay, so what specialties does Patrick Harris and Hunter bring to the board in which your dad wasn't giving you?
Everybody brings something. Like I said, my father has nurtured me from the time I started boxing. He's done great with me. And right now, it's time for those other people also to take me up to the next, to a different stage of my career.
Okay. Now let's talk about your promotion, Rising Africa Star.
Rising Star Africa Promotions.
Rising Star
Yeah.
Africa Promotion. What do you seek to achieve with this?
What we've been doing, putting on great fights. Letting the people of Ghana know that we can do it ourselves. We put on not just great fights, but great quality fights. And that's what we have done so far.
Yes. Okay. The challenges in boxing and having spoken to numerous boxers, boxing promoters as fans in return. What do you seek to do differently? Because boxing in Ghana is not paying. So it's like you're investing in an area in which you said earlier you have never gotten paid from the boxing events in Ghana. What do you seek to do different that would make your promotion get paid and so that you can recruit more people on board?
I believe that with time, things will change. I really believe so.
Okay. Do you have, how many boxers have you signed so far?
So far, we haven't signed anyone. So far, I am the only person.
You are other.
I am the face of Rise Africa Promotions. And like I said, I have to be in a great standing form, but we haven't signed nobody officially, but we do promote other boxers on our show. Obviously, when we put on shows, I am not the only person that goes and fight on the show. We also help to bring other fighters along. But we are not in no contractual agreements with them. It's just the fact that we see that, this person is talented, so let us give him a platform. And it's not free. We pay them, because we believe that, look, with your talent, at least show the world your talent. Let other people also see you. Because when I fight in Ghana, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Not just in Ghana, across Africa, across the whole continent, and Europe, and across the seas. So it's always been a great platform for other fighters to also be on, to also showcase their talents. And so far, I believe that we have done great with that, because many people have gone on to do great things. And I believe that since we are not putting on shows here in Ghana, you don't really see or feel that buzz around boxing anymore. But that time is coming again.
It's coming again. Okay. We wish you all the best in your promotion career, because it's a very difficult thing to do in Ghana, having spoken to a lot of promoters. Fury.
I think that's also going to be another great fight.
You're not going to tell us the winner?
It's going to be a very, very great fight. You know, let us see how Deontay Wilder deals with Tyson Fury this time, or let's see how Tyson Fury deals with Deontay Wilder this time. You know, it's boxing. Anything can happen. Things can turn. It feels like as if it's a horror movie. There's always a plot twist. So, let's see how both fighters go about it in the ring on the night.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to is Isaac Dogboe versus in his next world title fight.
Isaac Dogboe in his next world title fight. Are we sure that would happen? Because last time he told us it may happen October to December. Is it going to be a world?
Last time I did not specify that it's going to be a world title fight.
Oh yeah, okay. You said
so
your next fight.
Let us.
Okay, let me clarify.
Good.
Thank you. You said your next fight is going to be October to December.
Between
October.
That time frame.
That time
yes.
frame.
But like I said, the fight I am most looking forward to is my second coming, my second world title fight.
Okay. And that we wish you come out the victor, because Ghana needs more world champion like yourself. You were a great ambassador when you held the belt of the country. So, and it's being at the featherweight, at least if it's the WBC, you'd have Azuma Nelson's face on it.
I hear a lot of people talk about Azuma Nelson, but people have to understand that Azuma Nelson is a legend. His shoe is bigger than my shoes. We still have a long way to go.
Sure.
But God being so great,
one day you may fit in it.
We are, making progress after progress. What he has done, he's done great for the nation. He's done great for the sport of boxing. But we are now coming up. So let us hope to get to where he is at, or to surpass his point.
I wish, personally, I was speaking to someone, I was like, I don't want us to keep on saying Azuma is the greatest boxer, because Azuma's generation is about twice.
But you cannot say Isaac Dogboe is the greatest boxer, because Isaac Dogboe is now becoming will become the greatest boxer.
Yes.
God willing.
Okay. So we wish you all the best in your next title fight, but most especially your next fight.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
and
no hope.
No hope. All right, you guys take care. God bless.